Captain on deck.
Jim, give me a status report.
All shields are down, Captain. We're floating. We're sitting ducks.
Hail the enemy ship. Let's see what these assholes want. Jim, what the hell is that?
Sounds like a ringback tone, sir.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
This is...
Hello,
this is...
Garlock just kid. Garlock
God.
not here to take your phone call. Leave your name
Every
and
time.
number.
Every time they get me with that.
Garlock out.
Sir, another direct hit. If they fire on us one more time, we're goners.
There's only one thing we can do. And if this doesn't work, we all die. But I have an idea, and it's so crazy, it just might...
Hi, I'm Chuck Walker from Chuck Walker's Discount Mobile Homes in Southwest Texas. Much like the story you just heard, our deals are out of this world. And unlike Gorlak, we answer our phone because we're open 24 hours a day. So call Chuck Walker from Chuck Walker's Discount Mobile Homes in Southwest Texas.
And now, a Wookiee.
Why don't you go ahead and say welcome to the Six Sad Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. Oh, wait, never mind. I already did it. Like I do everything.
Welcome to the... Oh. And we're off! All right. We're good to go then.
We're really on.
We're really on. Like, you can't just, like, fake it and then say, no, but for real.
No, but for real. We're on.
I know, and I dressed up for this podcast episode.
I'm sure everybody's going to...
And everybody can see that?
Yeah.
You like that? You like that suit, everybody? You enjoy that? I dressed up very fancy for this podcast.
For those of you that can't see, let me describe what he's wearing. On the top half, he's got a beautiful tuxedo T-shirt. And,
T-shirt. I don't actually have a white button-up, and I'm wearing my blue slacks, which are also they also play my bus pants. They're my bus pants.
What are bus pants?
Bus pants are... You've never seen Big Bang Theory?
So when I take public willingly, no.
Well, it's funny because I mean I did this unbeknownst to me that it wasn't a Big Bang Theory episode.
I did see the one guy walking his dog in Gramercy Park one time. The one that talks weird like this. What's his name? That one.
I don't know, but anyway.
He's like skinny.
Oh, okay. That doesn't.
I think he's banging the blonde chick. I don't know. Just from the previews that I saw.
Oh, well, anyway, bus pants are for when I take public transportation and I don't want to wear my good pants because I don't want to sit on anything gross. And I haven't actually sat in anything gross, but I don't want to wear my good pants, so I wear my bus pants.
So you have bus pants.
I have bus pants.
Well, here, everybody wears their normal pants when they go on public transportation. Do you think it's any nastier than New York transportation? You've been here. You've seen it. Do you think
don't like people? No, I don't like people in general. I don't want to touch other... the other day, a friend of a friend showed, like, this guy I know, his girlfriend showed up, and I've only met her one time, and she walked up, and she hugged me. I'm like, oh, we're doing that now. I was like, I don't touch me.
What did that? Oh, okay, I get it. I was like, we're talking about bus pants, and then we're talking about some girl hugging you, and then
it's because like I don't like touching gross stuff.
Yeah, I call bullshit. That's my thing. I don't like touching people. I hate physical
Neither
contact.
do I. Have you ever seen me touch anybody who I wasn't sleeping with?
Yes. You're a huggy guy.
I'm not a fucking huggy guy.
You and Rafe used to hug all the time.
Fuck that. No, I didn't. And if I did, it's because I thought it would hit me.
You guys hugged all the time. I love you. You would cry together.
Oh, bullshit. You're so full of shit.
You
How do you know? You weren't even... The only time you're around is when you're like, hey, where's JD? And they're like, oh, I think he's dead. Choking on a fucking quesadilla.
Yeah, well.
Fucking touchy guy.
You're touchy.
I promise.
Why, just quit being so touchy.
Well, I ain't so touchy.
Why are you being so touchy?
Here's how I can prove that I'm not touchy. I have an obsession of thinking I smell all the time. I always think I smell.
I smell human.
So I will never let anybody sit close to me. I won't let anybody touch me. I won't let anybody near me. Because even if I
you think I'm going to say something?
Yeah, of course I think you're going to say something.
I'm not going to say anything.
But, like, that's my thing. I'm obsessively afraid that I smell. So even if I just get out of a shower and I'm like, don't sit next to me. Because I'm afraid that somebody will say I stink.
What do you do when you're in the shower?
What do you mean? What I do? I shower.
Yeah, but I mean, do you let the water just rain down upon you, or do you like use soap and scrub, or like what's your deal? Like, how do you shower? Tell me.
What do you mean? Do I get in there and just let the water pour on me and then get out? Of course I fucking lather and... What the fuck?
I was just asking.
You're annoying me now.
No, because I hate showers. I
love showering.
I like to be in and out.
I
As
don't know.
as a matter of fact, it takes me more time to get ready and actually go into the shower than it does for me to take the shower.
I love fucking showers. I'll stay in there. I really like fucking baths, dude. Fucking baths are fucking great.
You love fucking them?
I love fucking baths, yes. I was just put that in the water there. Just
You ever fucked in a hot bath? It's kind of hard. I mean, well, it's not hard. That's the problem.
So I hear we have structure this season.
What's that?
I hear we have some structure to this episode.
Oh, that was years ago.
What? No, like I thought
I gotta grab my notes.
I was like, oh, we're doing notes now.
Yeah. So why don't you keep these people entertained while I look at my notes?
Why do you always do that? I never know. You're knocking over the microphone. I love. Do you actually have notes, or are you just shaking paper?
No,
around?
I always have notes. You
Do
can
you
see
really?
me,
I do. I see you looking at a notebook.
but I just have to go back to find the notes. The thing about notes is, I write them down and then I forget where I put them.
So while you're looking at notes, update my girl update. You want to hear my girl update?
Sure.
Fault in Our Stars is gone. Casper's gone. That was all of them, right?
I don't know. You tell me. I can't keep up with them.
Oh, shut up.
What? It's true.
But I'm just looking for a serious relationship.
Oh man. So
I
yeah,
just want to be loved. I want to be loved.
I don't know where I wrote my note. I rearranged and cleaned in here, and then I lost everything. But either way, I can tell you actually the whole structure thing. One, we're supposed to be like telling stories, and by we I mean you. What the fuck is that?
That's for my my digital sketch pad.
Oh,
And it comes with a digital pen.
that's nice.
So now I can draw things.
That's cute.
Yeah, I lost the charger for the pen though, so I can't use it until my replacement charger gets here.
Well, yeah. So structure, digital pad. Forgot what I was saying. You know what, man? This is ADD for you. Like I don't fuck it. Fuck what I said. Fuck what we said.
No, we were gonna do
I don't
little
care.
segments. We're gonna do segments, and the segments were gonna be fun.
I know. One of the segments was Bone Zone. The other one was motivational quotes. With Zach and JD. So I want, while we're talking, I want you to
Right.
think of a nice motivational quote, and by motivational quote, like something that we would say.
Our motivational
You know,
quote,
like a one-liner or like a two-liner.
or maybe like a motivational quote.
Yeah. And then while we're also talking, I'm going to be thinking of three people that you have to decide whether you one you have to bang, one you have to friend zone, and one I don't know what the other one is. Oh, bone, friend zone. What was the other one?
I don't know.
Mary?
Friend zone.
Mary.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought you had this.
Yeah, bone, friend zone, Mary. Yeah, that's what it was. 'Cause it was like the fuck, Mary, kill, but it was a nicer version of it.
And that rhymed.
Yeah. What? No, bone zone rhymes.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does. Okay. All right. Well, I already have my motivational quote.
Oh, do you? Well,
Yes.
then I guess it's time for motivational quotes with Zach and JD.
And now, motivational quotes with Zach and JD.
If life doesn't break you today, don't worry. It will try again tomorrow. What do you think about that one?
Did you come up with that, or did you Google that?
I Googled it. All right, let's be honest here.
I knew that you Googled it because I could see it in your classes.
But I mean, let's face it. I mean, I probably could have came up with one on top of my head, but it just wouldn't have been as good as Google. So,
Okay.
but that kind of sums it up. I mean, we went on this whole thing this morning where me and you just said, depressing memes back and forth for like an hour. It was just like we kept on just like making it like Debbie Downing each other to see who could get more depressing memes. It was fantastic, and we didn't even do that for show. We just did that because that's what we do.
I love that picture that you sent where it has all the girls at the table in a booth, and there's a booth like, and there's like a part of the booth, but no, just the bench, and he's like facing the wall eating the sandwich.
Yeah, and it's a tiny little space. It's like somebody just had like one extra booth that they put up against the wall, and he's sitting there facing the wall eating by himself, and it's fantastic. That was my favorite. Like I actually laughed out loud at that one. I was like, that's hilarious because that's I would be happy with that. Just to go sit and stare at a wall, and everybody around them is like with their friends and with a group of friends, and he's just over there in the corner by himself facing the wall in a one half of a booth with no table eating a sandwich.
Maybe he's not depressed. Maybe he's like, that's who he is. He doesn't care.
He was eating a sorrow sandwich. The infinite sandwich of sadness.
Oh, hey, a little bit earlier outside my apartment, I heard a bunch of honking as usual, but it was a little bit more than normal. And so I go peek out the window, and there's a guy yelling at another guy because like he's like blocking traffic. And so the one guy's like, "Fuck you!" The guy's like, "Move!" And he's like, "No, fuck you!" He's like, "Fuck you, or fuck me, fuck you," And then so I just started yelling out the window. I'm like, "You gonna let him talk to you like that? You gonna let him say that to you?" Like agging it on, and like, and my girlfriend's like, "Stop that!" And I was like, I was like, yeah, I was like, she's like, "Someone can have a gun and kill themselves." I was like, "That's awesome." She's like, "That's not awesome. No one dies." And
welcome to the Six Sad Podcast.
He like kept yelling. And I'm like trying to egg it on. I'm like, he says something about your wife. You gonna do that? And the one guy would say something else, and I'd go, "Ooh!" I was like the hype man up in the window. I can see you going, "Oh!" She's like, and she goes, "You realize that they can hear you?" I was like, "Yeah, that's the point. Why else would I be yelling out the fucking window? Like for my own
like,
entertainment?"
Anyway, so both are dead now. I shut the window and I went back to sleep. Yeah. Don't fuck with my morning.
No, they left. It sucked. I hear it all the time. I hear people arguing, and I'm just like, God, I'm just waiting for the gunshots. I'm like, come on, today's the day. It happened a few buildings down for me. The guy like killed his like adult daughter.
Remember? Tell me about that.
And her dog. And then the cops came and he had a shootout and they shot him in the front. But still, the bullet hole is like still in like the door. And you know what I'm most upset about?
What's
that I just found out. I've been trying to get the information for that property because I know that I could have got it for a really good deal because it's a murder house. Yeah. Somebody else got it, and it pisses me off. And I found out the other day, and I was like, "Fuck, somebody got the murder house." Because like I would take it, tear it down, and put a building there.
Of course. And you know what's my favorite thing about like us and like agging on like murder scenes and stuff like that? When we were teenagers and we were at Main Street Garage. Do you remember that?
Oh, geez.
So we were like what? 16,
I don't remember any of that actually. All I remember was what you're going to say, the big thing that happened, and then somehow being in a car. That's all I remember. So you tell me.
So I'll tell you that I remember leading up to it.
It's a bar. It was a big open bar.
A big open, like it was like a garage, like that they used to fix cars in, but they converted it to a bar. And we were kind of like in the showroom, which had a bar, and we knew a couple of the people there who. Two of the girls is who we knew, right? And they got us in because one of the girls was dating a guy. The two girls that we got, they were at the bonfire. Bonfire.
Oh,
yeah, those two.
Those two?
Yeah, the one that they had that fire on the beach, and then you ran around wearing nothing.
Oh, because I'm just remembering something else. But yeah, continue. What? Oh, you sure I didn't have a sock? You sure I didn't have a sock on the cock?
You had the sock. You had the sock cock. Yeah, you absolutely had the sock.
That used to be my thing.
And
I got my ass beat once like that. I was about to say,
we've got several stories with the sock cock. So, but anyway, so it's those two girls we had knew, and they were much older than us. Like we were teenagers, and they were like
married and like unhappy with their husbands or something.
Yeah, and they were like, I'd say late 20s, maybe early 30s, right?
I don't know. I remember mine being much older than that, but that's probably because I was young. Yeah. She's probably like my age now, and I'm like, oh my god, she's so old. I'm like, fuck.
So old. But anyway, I don't think we ever slept with any of them, did we? I don't recall, but I don't think so.
I know the fuck I didn't. I got the fucking grenade, and if you don't know what a grenade is, if you haven't watched Jersey Shore,
yeah, the one I had, she was, from what I remember, she was pretty good looking. But anyway, we went to this bar.
She had buck teeth. I remember she had.
Did she have buck teeth?
She reminded me of Bugs Bunny.
Anyway,
but mine look like Porky the Pig. So what can I say?
well, we're dating the Looney Tunes. But
No, we
anyway,
weren't
so we
dating.
go.
I was running.
Yeah.
I was running fucking defense for you, motherfucker. I am the best friend in the world.
When it comes to wingman, absolutely. But so anyway, we go with these girls to this bar. We're underage. They get us in because their boyfriend or husband or whoever they were, they either owned the bar or they worked at the bar. So they got us in, and we had free drinks. And so being youngins, we just got fucking shit-faced tanked. Like we were drinking shot after shot, and they just kept giving them to us because why the fuck not? At that time I was driving the Beast, which we always had a name for my cars, and
Yep.
the Beast was a '76 Chevy Nova that wasn't even primered, and it had deep dish SS rims and a 350 in it, and it like growled, so we called it the Beast. And the only reason I'm bringing up the Beast is because right this leading up to the event. So the event is we're in this bar and it's super crowded and there's something going on outside and we're at the back of the bar away from the door, and then all of a sudden we hear pop, 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 pop. And somebody got shot or shot guns or something, and everybody panicked and fled towards the back of the bar where we are, to which what did we do? We went to the front, and then we didn't stop there. We went outside where the shooting happened. And we were the only fuckers that were out there because everybody had ran from the gunshots. We were like, who the fuck died? I want to see this shit. Like, we didn't even fucking care that there's somebody with a gun. We didn't know what was going on. We just wanted to see. And so that was what happened with the gunshots. But the reason why I brought up the Beast is because after that, what I remember is you went off somewhere. You went inside to get more drinks or something like that. I stumbled out into the parking lot towards my car where the cops were. And I was like, hey guys, what's going on? What happened? And I'm clear, like I look young now, but I looked really fucking young then.
Wait,
and I was
hold
young.
on, back up. You said you look young now.
I look younger than I am. Do I not look younger than I am?
I don't know.
Oh. Anyway,
We would need
fuck
like
off.
no, I'm just saying we would need an outside source because
Sure.
Either way, continue. Sorry.
But so you go. You're in getting drinks, and I go out there drunk as fuck.
Wait, after the gunshots. After the
gunshot. After the
Are you
gunshots.
sure? Because I remembered the gunshots now. Because I remember I could smell like the smoke.
Yeah,
or
this is
something
after.
Like that.
This is after it cleared out and the
I thought we
gunshots
left
had
right after.
We didn't.
Oh.
You went inside, and I went outside to ask the cops what happened. And I was drunk as fuck, and I was like 17, and they're like, son, you need to get inside. You know, they're letting me off the hook. They knew I was underage and drunk, and they knew it, and they could have arrested me. They're like, son, you need to go back inside. You're clearly drunk. I was like, what are you going to do? You're going to handcuff me? And I put my hands out.
Did you?
I said, yeah, I swear to God, I said, I got your kinky right here. And so they escorted me back inside, and then that's all I remember. But that's all I remember that night is I went out to try to talk to the cops, and tried to get in my car, and they said that they would arrest me, and I told them that I've got their kinky right here, and I don't know why.
All I remember, I remember someone firing a gun, but I felt like I was beside them when they did it because I remember I smelled something coming back, and then the next thing I remember is being rushed out like a back way. I don't know. I can't remember if it was like a downstairs or something like that. Rushed out, and we were taking off in a car. That's what I remember. So maybe like that was happening. I don't know. Maybe the guy was shooting, and I was like, time for a drink. So I'm at the bar, and you go out to talk to the cops, and then I remember getting rushed out. You know?
Yeah. I just remember that same night me going out drunk as fuck trying to talk to the cops, find out what was happening, and then trying to get in my car, and them letting me off the hook and escorting me inside. Because that's
so Wes. Something like that happens. You want to know what happens. I don't give a fuck. I want to go get more drunk.
Well, that was also the same night because I had brought Puffy Cheeks with us.
You're like the fucking Hardy Boys. Let's go get to the bottom of this. I'm like, let's go get drunk.
Do you remember Puffy? You remember Puffy Cheeks?
Of course, I remember Puffy Cheeks.
So that was the night I brought Puffy Cheeks up there, and a guy from I worked at a factory, and I brought a guy with a factory, and they were dancing on the floor. There was like and he was all up on her, and it was crowded and all this stuff. And this was before the shooting happened. And he comes up to me, he goes, dude, this is fine fucking bitch out there. He goes, man, I'm all up her. He goes, she's let me put my finger up her pants, and I'm doing all this, and diddle whatever. It was fucking Puffy Cheeks. This guy was literally finger banging my girlfriend on the dance floor, and then came out and bragged about it, not knowing it was my girlfriend.
Man, that's like 2 for 2 right there. What is it with your girlfriends and settling for fingers
What?
with other people?
What are you talking? Oh, wait, who are you talking?
Well, the other one that we talked about a couple of episodes ago that said she was sore.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
And then this one, it's like they're like, oh well, might as well
Yeah.
get finger banged. Like,
Finger bang on the dance floor. I think there's a song about that. Panic at the Disco. What the fuck? That was so random. But he bragged about it. It's like, oh dude, I'm fucking high fiving this motherfucker.
hey,
And I was like, where is she?
did it Third Rock finger bang Turkish Golds?
I don't know, but we
3
had a
for
big
3.
Fuck, you're right. Because he never slept with her, did he? I heard he never slept with
No,
her.
I don't think he did.
No, but I remember after me and her broke up, they started dating, and I didn't talk to him forever after that.
You're like, screw him. I loved her.
I was, for real, I mean, let's face it, I loved every girl I dated.
If,
Like, I was like,
if he had had a personality back then, he would have been unstoppable.
he would have been fucking unstoppable.
But he didn't develop it till later, much like I did.
Unfortunately, God doesn't give everybody everything they need to succeed.
No, but now I'm good.
Meh. So what's your, did you come up with my 3 that I have to,
I'll do that whenever I'm ready. We're telling stories right now.
we just told the stories.
Don't fuck up the flow, bro. Don't fuck
There's
up
no
the flow.
flow. There is no fucking flow.
What you need to do is just relax. Okay? We're like a quarter way into this, and you're rushing things like you always do.
Have you heard of microdosing?
I have heard of microdosing.
So I wonder if anybody listening, like the 2 people that's listening, because I've successfully gotten rid of most of our fan base.
Now they're just like hate listening. They're like,
They're
"Ugh."
hateless. Yeah, like luckily they can't put input into this podcast.
They're like out getting finger banged by your friends while they listen to you on the podcast. I gotta call you and tell you about it later.
Ouch.
Well, we got an episode name, I think, so far.
Finger bang the orangutan. What is it?
I don't want to work. I just want to finger bang on the gong all day. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drum all day.
That's a long name for an episode.
Yeah, whatever. Who the fuck is texting me at 8:43 on a Friday about a? All right.
Anyway, so microdosing. I read this article about microdosing where you take LSD or shrooms, but you take it in a very, very small dose so you don't actually trip your nuts off, and it's just enough to like get your creative juices flowing. And then I was like, wouldn't that be interesting to try? But then I realized one thing I have never done is tripped on anything, ever, because
I've
I've
seen these trips so many times. Oh wait, you're talking about like drugs?
Meep, meep.
No, I was being serious. Because I was only half listening.
Oh, well, that's hurtful. Yes. Well, no, because when I was a teenager, I did the cold medicine. I used to robo trip because there's that one time we went to Easley and I thought that kid died because we saw Freddy Krueger mowing the lawn next door.
I wasn't with you there.
Were you not?
Nope.
That's where I hooked up with that girl that I just met at the bowling alley parking lot.
Yeah, no, I wasn't there.
All I remember is her name was Brittany.
All I remember is you and Brian Sarvis coming back, and like your lips were like black, and you had like
blue hair,
yeah.
spikes, and fingernails painted black, and
Yeah.
that was right around when I got my labret pierced, and yeah, I remember that. And my car got taken because he was teaching me to drive a stick shift, and I burned out the parking lot of these apartments. Then I went inside, and the cop showed up and gave him a ticket and took my car, even though it was me that was actually doing the driving. And then it was really funny because the people we were with those twins.
What twins?
The ones you knew.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like girls.
No, those guys. And I didn't know them really well, but they were fucking trouble all the fucking time.
You know what happened to them, actually?
No.
I mean, there's other stories that I could tell you, but they became really close with Third Rock. But at one point in time, I think one of them's out of prison now, but like they were both in prison. And I saw this in the news, and this was like maybe only a few years ago, but like one of them, while he was being transported from one prison to the other prison, he kicked out the rear window of a cop car and like escaped. And then they found him.
That sounds about right. Well, these ones, I was so just fucked up all the time, like I was taking like cold pills, and I was just fucked up out of my head, like tripping my nuts off. And they convinced us to go in and steal stuff from a grocery store.
Right.
And I was young, like 15, I think, at 16. I was super young, and we went in there, and they were putting steak down their pants. Like
Yeah.
they're stealing all the stuff.
That's all they used to do, man. I hated
Yeah.
going anywhere with them because all they would do was like steal.
And yeah, and they kept on saying, "Well, what are you going to steal?" I'm like, "I don't steal shit. I don't want to steal anything. I'm fucked up. This is good enough for me." They're like, "Didn't you say you want to dye your hair?" I was like, "I don't remember that."
Oh,
but
that's
sure.
what it was. Yeah, you came back with like weird colored hair too.
They gave me hair dye, but they took it out of the packaging, and all they gave me was the shampoo and conditioner, not the actual dye. So I'm so fucked up. I go back to the place we were at, and I try to dye my hair with shampoo.
Yeah, but you're
Not leave it in there for 2 days.
something.
Yeah.
You came back weird though. Like there was something with your hair. You had like something that, like your lips were blue or something, and like your nails were painted. Like it was a lot of weird things about you when you came back, and Brian Sarvis too. I remember.
Well, that's because I had been tripping my nuts off for like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, but I don't think it was 2 weeks.
Well, I don't know. I had no time frame sense of time then.
You guys were only gone for a couple of days. The reason I couldn't go is because that was when my mom was really strict. And
Yeah, that was when I had no parental supervision.
But I would have never taken that shit anyway. I only did it that one time when you taught me into it. Then I threw it all up on the way home.
Yeah, I saw you throw it up. I was right behind you because you hit the curb coming out of Walmart. You're like out the window, and it was so comedic. It was like a movie. Like I saw you throwing up, then I saw you drive up the curb throwing up, and then it was great.
And then I spent the rest of the night cleaning it up. Because I used to make people take their shoes off before they got in my car.
You really did. You were
That's what I was more
obsessive
upset about. I was like, oh my God.
That was funny. Hilarious. All right, I want to hear my 3.
Well, though good things come to those who wait.
That's not true.
It totally is.
Early bird gets the worm.
I'd like to think that about like the skits, but so far nothing to get excited about yet, I guess. I'm just hoping that you have a big surprise for me, like you've been recording all these badass skits, and you're just gonna I'm gonna wake up, and you're just gonna be like, dude, I've got like 10 skits, they're fucking amazing. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, we need to do 10 episodes.
No, you're just so critical of the ones I come out with because you always compare it to fucking Chuck Walker. Every time you're like, oh, that was good. But
Whose
but
fault?
Chuck Walker-
Whose fault is that? We decided together that the bar was set high. This is why you've always got to keep. You're pretty good at this. Manage expectations. Always keep people's expectations low of you, so that when you actually do something normal, they think that it's the best thing in the world.
I'm good at that.
I'm good at that too, dude. I'm so good at that. Oh, you know what? I think we're gonna take a little break. We'll be right back after a word from our non-sponsors.
Well, if you're looking for a stress-free, no-strings-attached situation with a happy ending, look no farther than Chuck Walker's Mobile Home Emporium of Southwest Texas. It's not fancy, it's just a trailer, but we promise with prices like ours, you'll come more than once guaranteed. Chuck Walker's Mobile Home Emporium of Southwest Texas. Don't blow your load on just any mobile home, blow it on us. And now, for an eagle.
And we're back, guys.
We're back.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know, it's funny that we go on. You know, we take a break. No, like we take a break, but like we literally could just edit out that skip. But instead, we're like, we're gonna take a break. Why don't we just cut out that shit? I know why. Because you want the Chuck Walker skit in there.
I'm hoping that by the time I'm re-listening to this, that break happened and Chuck Walker is talking me through it. And a nice 15 seconds. Is that too much to ask?
Yes, it is, because let Chuck Walker die. Like, let it get over it. It was.
You just don't like it when people like things.
No, you can't have too much of the that's like the good movies never have sequels.
Hey, when we get a fan base, I'm going to take a fucking vote. And I'm going to say who thinks there's too much of Chuck Walker, and you know what? There's going to be none.
No,
Zero.
I'm going to make You want me to make a fucking skit? I'm going to make a skit where Chuck Walker dies.
Don't kill him.
I'm going to kill off Chuck Walker.
You kill off Chuck Walker, I'll fucking kill you, motherfucker.
It's okay, Chuck Walker will already be dead.
Sorry.
Wow.
Hold on, let me take my
That
medicine.
That escalated.
Where's my medicine? I need my medicine. Or have it around here somewhere. Where's my fucking medicine?
I'm freaking out, man. You are freaking out, man.
No, but don't kill him, man. Come on.
I'm gonna kill a fucking Chuck Walker.
I fucking hate you.
I'm telling you, you can't. That's like the Big Lebowski. You're not gonna see a Big Lebowski sequel because sequels suck.
Yeah, well, you suck.
I made a sequel of Chuck Walker and it sucked.
It wasn't. But yeah, but that's because you suck.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
I am Chuck Walker. You know, like I created.
You
that.
can never be Chuck
He's
Walker.
not like you're like making him a real person.
You can't scream like an. You can't scream like an eagle.
Now, an eagle.
Chuck Walker was the best.
Chuck Walker's going to die.
No, all I'm asking for is that the commercial breaks that we have, sometimes we have a pause here and there.
I'm just saying,
Breaks out the
you gotta
monotony
let
of
go.
hearing your-
You gotta fucking let go of Chuck Walker, though. You want to just put him in everything all the time. Right now, you want to get rid of me and a co-host with Chuck Walker.
God, that would be amazing.
It's still
You know what we
fucking
do?
me.
You know what we would do? We would just sit there, we would talk, and we'd have Skinner playing like low key in the back the whole time.
That's really funny. What would you talk about?
Everything. I'm sure he has a lot to talk about.
It's still me. It's fucking. He's not a real person. Oh.
What's wrong
Chuck
with
Walker.
What's wrong with I don't know, man. I sometimes I like things. You know what's funny though? The things that I like turn out to be the things that are the most popular of like things that we do. Like when I really like something, it's because I know that other people will like it. You're too busy trying to be like the anti like you're. I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
I don't know either.
I'm telling you though, I'm probably going to kill off Chuck Walker in an upcoming skit. I'm not going to say I won't do it this episode.
I mean, I think I would believe you.
In an upcoming episode, I will kill off Chuck Walker, and I won't tell you which one it is.
I believe you, but I don't really believe you.
Well, then you do post edits, so you're going to know because you have to put the skit into the episode. So you're going to be like, fuck no, I'm not putting that on there. Or that you're going to tape over the end of the skit and be like, but he's still alive, yay!
All right. Well, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for Bone Zone.
You've entered the Bone Zone. Yeah.
Wait, do I have to tell people that we're back, or am I not allowed to tell people? I don't even know the fucking rules anymore since you're getting all ruly on me.
You made
It's
this.
the rules. It's the rules. You know what? Let's handle this after Bone Zone. How about that? All right.
Bone Zone.
The rules of Bone Zone. You have to pick one to bone, one to friend zone, and one to marry. Okay. These
All
are
right.
your three choices. All
Let's
right?
do it. Ready.
Kim Davis. Do you know who Kim Davis is?
I do not.
Kim Davis is the woman that was what was she? She worked like it was like a she was like a like
Oh, I know you're talking.
gay people wanted to get married or something like that, and she
Rowan
refused
County,
to like
Kentucky International.
yeah
Yeah, the one who was she was against gay
she
marriage.
she was a county clerk, and
Yeah.
she wouldn't issue marriage license to
Yeah,
to-
okay.
yeah
Kim Davis.
Kim
Okay.
Davis, Hillary Clinton, okay, and Jared Fogle.
Who's Jared Fogle? Is that the Subway guy?
That's the Subway guy. So you
Well,
have to.
I
bang-
can't really bone him because he would probably do it to me first, just because I look young.
Yeah, so you have to bone, friend zone, marry Kim Davis, Hillary Clinton, Jared Fogle. Your time is ticking, dude. 15
Okay.
seconds.
I would bone Hillary Clinton. No. Hold on, I take that back. I'd marry Hillary Clinton because she apparently is okay with affairs, and I would bone Kim Davis, and I would friend zone the Jared guy because Kim Davis, I would bone her and talk about gays. I would dress like a woman and bone Kim Davis. That'd be fucking fantastic. Like, force her to have like weird like cross-dressing lesbian sex.
Well, she probably already
answer.
has those thoughts. That's why she's so
I'm just
against it.
Bing, 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 bing. That is my final answer. I lock it in.
So bone Kim Davis, marry Hillary Clinton, and friend zone Jared Fogle. If I always put a guy in here, and I'm gonna have to make this hard. I'm gonna have to make this real hard. I'm gonna have to do 3 guys, or I'm gonna have to do 2 guys and 1 girl, and you're gonna have to either marry or bone one of the guys because that's the only way out. You know?
Yeah, I see what you mean. But see, I have nothing against like the homosexuality thing. I just would prefer not to have a penis in my
I
butt.
have a feeling if I was to say
Just like-
if I was to say Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Mark Zuckerberg, you would just be like bone, bone, bone.
No, I would. They're very successful. I would definitely commit.
Yeah, but which
Mary,
one?
Mary.
I think you would totally marry Mark Zuckerberg. I think that's the one you feel you would definitely bone Elon Musk. You would friend zone Steve Jobs, and you would.
Well, Steve Jobs is dead, so he's not much of a conversationalist.
Okay, so I guess
days.
you would bone Steve Jobs then, because I know you're a sick fuck.
Well, it wouldn't be the first dead fuck that I've had, so. Whap, whap. Anyway, so the Bone Zone, the first episode of the Bone Zone, has been completed.
And I'm all out of fun things now.
I'm not. I've got one.
You've got one. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Is this a surprise? I love surprises.
No, this was the summarize a movie in one sentence.
Oh shit! Do I have to do it?
Yes.
Ugh.
You have to summarize the movie in one sentence. So, the movie that I'm going to pick, I'm trying to think of one, is... See, you don't watch as many movies as I do, so this is kind of hard. Because I don't know
So
what
why
movies
don't you do this? Why don't you pick 3 movies, and I'll tell you if I've seen them or not.
Okay. Let's go with Hook, with Robin Williams.
Okay.
Let's go with The Matrix, which is pretty common, I think you've seen. And let's go with... you wouldn't, probably not hear. Any one of the Star Wars movies.
Cool. I'm cool with Hook.
Okay, let's do Hook. So you have one sentence. You have to summarize the entire Hook movie.
Okay.
Yay!
Grown man kidnaps children in the middle of the night and takes them away to a faraway land with a pirate who has a sex toy as a hand.
What the fuck? A sex toy as a hand?
He has a hook. Some people are into that shit.
What the fuck kind of people do you know?
You.
But a fucking hook. I don't use a hook like I use like neckties and stuff, but not a fucking hook.
I don't know.
What? Why did you make that connection,
I don't know. It
Dude.
just came to me.
dude?
It's pretty good, though. It pretty much summarizes it.
It does summarize it, except for the fucking sex toy as a hand. I was originally like a vibrator hand. We watched a completely different movie.
Okay, can I tell you why? Because I'm pretty sure he was like fisting an alligator, and that's why he lost his hand.
What? The alligator's butt ate his hand? That's not how any of this works.
I don't even get me started on Tinkerbell.
Were you talking about Julia Roberts, or are you talking about Disney version?
I was talking about I was thinking of Robin Williams when it happened, even though I love Robin Williams. But he definitely looks like the kind of dude that like you don't want to leave your kids alone with, but you probably would be okay. But he looks like the kind of person that you wouldn't want to leave your kids alone with.
Really, I don't think so.
Wait, he used
I
to look
think
like
he-
that. Now he looks like he's got worms and stuff coming out of his eyes, but because he's dead. That's fucked.
Wow.
Rest in
What
peace,
if, what if he was
Robin
what if he was cremated?
Oh well, I don't know.
I'm just a fucking hook on his fucking sex toy. What the fuck, dude? I'm gonna be wondering about that for a couple days.
I wish I could go back and say that grown pedophile steals children from their beds at night and takes them. That's what I wanted to say, but you know.
How's he a pedophile?
Well, I mean, listen, a fucking grown man comes and takes 3 kids. Listen, all right. You got 3 kids in a bedroom. You go upstairs and you find out some grown dude named Peter is fucking taking your kids to Never Neverland, where kids never have to grow up. I'm calling Michael Jackson on it. You know.
Well, you know what? Are we even sure that Michael Jackson did anything? I feel like you're assuming right now.
No, we're pretty sure.
I don't know if I buy it.
I mean, maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but I don't know. I think the chances of him doing that are about the same chances as Harvey Weinstein, doing everything he did. And what's that other dude, Bill Cosby?
You got the pudding.
Put this pudding pop in your ass. Pudding. I'm thinking about putting this dick in your ass.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
That was a meme I saw. It was so good.
Was it pudding?
Can you just imagine like Bill Cosby
Yes.
just like eating pudding out of some passed out chick's ass? That's fucked.
Dude,
You know he did.
is it Gremlin hour? Is it past Gremlin hour?
No, it's 58 minutes until.
I was about to say we're getting close. I can tell your whole like demeanor, your whole like vocabulary, like everything is changing.
I just don't fucking care anymore.
That makes a sense.
I'm like
That makes
Eminem.
sense.
I just don't give a fuck.
I just don't give a fuck.
I wish you had a girl to talk about because, like, what
I
chick?
do.
Oh, really? Another one already?
Yep.
Jesus Christ! What is this?
I don't like. I'm not sleeping with any of them.
Well, I know. Well, because you told me.
Yeah, that's what you meant. So,
That is what
yeah.
I meant.
I'm talking to one. I haven't given her a nickname yet because I just started talking to her. And then there's the other one that I'm talking to, but she's like super nice and she's with somebody, and I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere. But she's like super cool, and I really like talking to her. But what?
You want to be a sociopath, yet you fall in love with all these people, like at the drop of a hat.
I don't fall in love with. She's just like she's the kind of person that
I'm
I
not
would.
in love with her. I just fucking love to listen to her breathe. Whatever.
I just like watching her sleep sometimes.
I'm sure she's gonna love to hear that
She doesn't listen to the podcast.
because you haven't told her about it, or because she doesn't. Watch
I haven't told her. She knows there is a podcast, but I haven't told her what it is.
What's her name?
I'm not gonna tell you
Why not?
because I'm not gonna tell you.
Why? What do you think I'm gonna do?
Huh?
What do you think I'm gonna do?
Oh, I can't even tell. I call her a nickname, but I can't tell you the nickname because it would give away her actual name. So
Is there a nickname Buttercup?
no, but I did know a girl with the nickname Buttercup, but we don't talk anymore.
Hey, remember that time when you were like 16 and you like were making out with a girl and like she was like rubbing you and you like came in your pants?
Did your mom really tell you about that? Yes, I do actually. I do. I will admit that I do remember that, but I don't remember who it was.
All my friends always had stories like that. Like they like prematurely did it, and I was like, I never did, but
That dude as a teenager, yeah, I totally did, and I did one time when I got out of basic training. Because I had been in basic training for so fucking long, we didn't even get to see girls. And the second we got out, like I met a girl, and she does have a nickname because I didn't know her actual name.
Squirt,
No,
little squirt,
huh?
little squirt.
No, her name was PT. She was PT Cruiser Chick because it was a Friday and we were about to all be dismissed and we were standing in line and she was next to me and she goes, "Hey, I got a new car." I was like, "Cool." And I've never met this girl in my life. I was like, "That's cool." I was like, "What kind of car you got?" She goes, "PT Cruiser. You want to go help me break it in?" I was like, "Sure." And so I literally went and slept with a stranger in her PT Cruiser. I don't know her name, but I called her PT Cruiser Chick. It did not last very long at all because it had been the first in months. Like I was like super like, oh my god, and I jizzed in my pants.
It was like your first time in 6 months and her sixth time in like 4 minutes.
Awkward.
Isn't that crazy? Girls can just like walk up and be like a girl could walk into a room and be like, "Hey, want someone to bone me?" And they're like, "Okay." Like you'll have like dudes like fighting over it, like playing paper rock scissors to see who gets to go.
Yeah, and then you walk in, you're like, "Hey!" And they're like, "Oh, creep." and the next thing, you're Bill Cosby.
I'm serious, man. I saw something on the news the other day, and some dude just like walked up to a woman's car and just like flashed her his wiener, and like she has to go to counseling now. And but like if a girl just like walked up and like flashed her boobies or something, like dudes would be like, "Do it again for the gram," you know, like.
It was really funny you say that. Like, like in going back to military, there was, girls, if they flash, it was like, yeah, guys are super excited. You wear something skimpy. I had this friend that literally pulled his sack out of his pants.
Ugh.
And then he'd walk up and be like, man, I have bubble gum on my pants. He'd walk up to girls, scratch, and he goes, I can't get this bubble gum off my pants. And they would look down. Needless to say, he got kicked out of the military immediately. I'm not even fucking joking. He'd just walk up out of the blue. He's like, man, I got this fucking gum on my pants. You look down, his sack is hanging out of his pants.
Hey, was that before or after his Subway deal? Full circle back.
See what we did? Brought that all the way back
You see
around.
what we did? Wait, I don't. Where's the? Oh, there's the camera.
What is that? You moved it too fast. I don't know what it said.
It's the 5 minute. It doesn't have to say anything, motherfucker.
Oh, you
Jesus
just wait. I
Christ.
thought we had a 15-minute.
Oh, is it 15 minutes? Okay.
I don't know. Is it 5 minute?
I thought it was. Yeah, it's 10 minute.
What?
It's 10 minutes.
This was the worst episode ever.
No, it was fucking great. I loved every
Really?
minute of it. Oh yeah, it was
dude,
beautiful. It's gonna be
It's
so
because this is therapeutic for you.
good. Huh?
I think podcasting is therapeutic for you.
What the fuck does that mean? I don't
It
know.
means that you look forward to podcasting. And I think we're going to start a second podcast, aren't we?
Yes. Want to tell the people about it?
I don't know if we've got really a theme yet, but we've got it this down to 2 podcasts. Do we want to do the someone or the random one? Which one do you want to do?
I don't know.
I'm leaning towards.
I like them both.
I do too. So here, I'll let everybody know, and then maybe we'll get some input.
You guys can vote online.
Yeah, all 2 of you that hate me. So we've got that random podcast, and that random podcast,
Random podcast. And what?
and that random podcast is
What's
going
it
to just
about?
be whatever the fuck we feel like doing that episode about.
So you would say
like-
it's kind of random.
It is absolutely random, which is very similar to this one.
And it's
but
podcast.
it's going to be but it's going to be
Even more
more of
random.
a story. Okay, fuck off. And then the other one is someone
Here it is.
someone
There it
hates
is.
you podcast. So I own someonehatesyou.com, and we were brainstorming today about doing one just about depression. Like it will be the most depressing, like self.
Can I go ahead and do the
Deprecating-
tagline for that one?
Yeah, do it.
Hi, this is Zach, and this is Depression Session. Yeah, that's it.
We should give him an excerpt of, maybe that's what the skit will do in this one.
Hi,
Maybe
this
I'll-
is Zach.
we'll
I
do-
just want to die.
Welcome to the Someone Hates You podcast. I'm JD.
I don't care.
I'm only laughing but crying on the inside. Like, we won't be able to laugh through that whole one. Like, the whole point is to make everybody, like, listen to it and be like, I hate my life.
Well, that should be pretty easy. I think. Don't we already do that?
No, we make them hate listening to us. But, everybody I talk to, they're like, it's hilarious. Like, they laugh out loud at our podcast. And I'm like, really? Really?
What's their favorite parts? What do they like so much? Tell me.
Me.
Yeah,
Me.
that's awesome.
Me, baby.
Is that what they say? They're like, you're amazing. You need to
No.
go solo. you need to kick him out of the band.
Last night, Zach quit the band, but now we're back together. Tenacious D?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's his real singing voice.
That's my real fucking soothing.
It's kind of like Billy Corgan.
That's Scott's. That's my Billy Corgan.
Is that Corgan or Cartman? I couldn't tell.
Oh, Cartman. Oh, God. Have I done this? Not here?
Cartman.
Stop touching me up like a mailman. Make me dead for you. Where's my crack? That sucks again.
That was the best part.
Almost do it.
I was hoping you were going to choke.
I'm joking.
Hey, quick question. What was it that made you throw up?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, it was. Weren't you having like Chinese
Oh,
food?
fuck. No, hold on. Hold on.
Cockroach
Okay,
meat.
so, fuck. I told you that somebody listened to that and fell asleep and woke up to the vomiting in the middle of the night because she was playing it on speakers, right?
Yeah. Have you eaten today?
I'm about to.
Do you think
Please.
you think you had any cockroach meat? Just think of it a little crunchy, disgusting. I wonder if it smells when you bite into a cockroach. just imagine the like the crack. Oh God!
Don't do it.
Do you think they poop? You think cockroaches poop? And he crack.
Oh, fucking stop it!
Okay, I'll stop. Hey, dude.
Fuck. My eyes are watering like fucking crazy right now.
Oh. He's down for the count.
Oh God. I was trying to not. I was trying not to throw up. There's something in my tooth. There's an extra piece of food.
It's definitely not cockroach meat, I promise.
Dude, deuces, duckus, dude, fuck this.
Oh yeah, duckus.
Thanks again for tuning in to this week's episode of the Six Sad Podcast. This is a presentation brought to you by Six Sad Media. To learn more about the Six Sad Podcast, the hosts, or some of the characters that we've discussed in this week's episode, make sure to check out www.sixsadpodcast.com. To sponsor the Six Sad Podcast, make sure to contact us at www.sixsadpodcast.com/advertise. And last, and most importantly, if you've enjoyed this episode or the Six Sad Podcast, make sure to follow us online at facebook.com/sixsadpodcast or on Twitter or Instagram at sixsadpodcast. And now, an outtake from this week's episode.
Welcome to Season 2 of the Six Sad Podcast with Zach and JD.